Hi, good morning everyone. Dr. Morgan here. I'm going to do a quick video on how to write intro paragraphs for an essay. Sorry, I'm a little bit in the shadows here, so I'm a little bit... Okay, so here's the basic format. Please keep in mind that this is just the foundation. It's the sort of core part. You can manipulate this in your own voice however you need to. It's just sort of a core foundational way to look at things. Okay, so intro paragraphs. That's the symbol for paragraph. Sorry in advance for my handwriting. So intro paragraphs have three parts. Remember too, with basic outline format, the Roman numeral signifies a whole paragraph. The letters then are a breakdown of what's inside that paragraph. So this paragraph is our intro. So what's going to go first in an intro paragraph, generally always, is some kind of hook or attention grabber. Just two different ways to say the same thing, however you were taught. A hook or an attention grabber is what reels your reader in. It's something generally that is a shocking statistic or a really profound quote. Keep in mind though, for the quote, a lot of times in high school people are taught things like get a quote from Benjamin Franklin or John F. Kennedy, Gandhi. We don't want to really do that in college writing. A profound quote has to stay on topic. Unless you're writing your paper about Gandhi, don't quote Gandhi, right? So with the profound quotes, don't Google like brainy quotes or something. Okay, take a quote or a statistic from one of the articles that you're using for evidence. Really stay on topic and stay focused here. Okay, so we reel our reader in. We give them something shocking to hang on to. Then what we're going to have is context or background. For context and background, you're going to use your common knowledge. Don't Google. You don't need to Google this. You're just going to use common knowledge. And you oftentimes, no matter what the topic is, you know a lot more than you give yourself credit for. Just being an adult, you've picked up a lot of information, so the common knowledge is going to come in handy there. The last thing you're going to do, you want to always build up to something, right? So you've shocked your reader or enticed them to keep going. You've given some basic context information about the topic of the paper so they feel situated in what you're talking about. And now we're ready for thesis. The thesis is the main idea and your position for the whole paper. Okay, so where topic sentences are for a paragraph, the thesis is your position for the whole entire essay. So it's really important. We're going to go over as I give you an example. I'm going to give you an example now about how this might look. So let's keep all of this in mind. Let me grab a different color pen here. We'll see if blue works. So here's an example that you might use to try all this out. So if I make my topic, say, death penalty, not generally a topic you're ever going to write on. Sorry, let me just angle this so you can see a little bit more. So if our topic is, can you see that okay? Yeah. Death penalty. Then how might we do the format with this topic? So here's an example. So here's our intro paragraph. What might a hook be for the death penalty? What might be really shocking? Here's clue number one, is that you can be creative with a hook in a way that you really can't with any other part of an academic essay. An academic essay has to be very strict. It has to have really academic wording. It's not fiction, right? We're not writing fiction. But in the hook, you can be really creative. So in this case, instead, if we don't want a statistic or a shocking quote or something, another example of what we can do is to be more creative. So our creative topic might be, I'm not going to be able to write out this whole thing because I'm going to run out of boardroom, but what if? What if you were on death row and innocent, right? So that could be, so you can take this for maybe like 2 sentences. You don't want to go crazy. This is not a half-page narrative we're spinning here, okay? So this is going to be 2 to 3 sentences. Or you can phrase this any way you want, right? Here's where your voice as an author really comes in. Imagine being arrested for a crime and sent to death row, and you were not the guilty party. Okay? Anything you want here. All right? So remember, we can do shocking statistic, profound quote, or we can be a little bit creative. You can even use an I voice. This is the only time, just check my time. This is the only time you're allowed to use an I voice generally in an academic essay. Okay? So the next part, B, context.